What up, everybody? Hoop 365 show, episode 2. If you watched episode 1, I appreciate it. If you did not, little recap for you. Talked about James Harden going to the Nets. Obviously, big news. Everyone in the NBA, everyone outside the NBA that watches the league talked about it. I gave my take on it, what to expect moving forward after we saw game 1. Last night, we obviously had game 2 for James Harden with the new squad, and it was a show once again. So tonight, we're going to break down, talk a little bit about that game, along with the Warriors-Lakers game, because we had 2 great games on TNT last night. Shout out to TNT, my favorite place to watch the games. At halftime, before the game, always a great show by the guys and the crew on TNT. So to get right into it, man, that Nets-Bucks game, I mean, the Bucks are in trouble, right? Like, the Nets, they showed out once again. They look really good with James Harden running the point or facilitating the ball. Double-digit assists once again. And Kevin Durant, obviously, is unguardable. No matter who guards him, doesn't see a contest. If you saw my TikTok, you probably saw that I said Kevin Durant is or could go down as the greatest scorer of all time. The reason I said that is because Kevin Durant is 7 foot tall, got handles like a guard. I mean, he had Chris Middleton out there just weaving back and forth, had him on skates, that hezzy, that little crossover into the jumper. I mean, the pull-up threes, the mid-range, he'll dunk on your head. Kevin Durant has it all. He's got one of the smoothest skill sets in the league, especially at his size. I mean, he just doesn't see a contest. He shoots right over the top of everyone. Giannis guards him, no problem, 30-piece. So the Bucks are in trouble. They still don't know how to finish a game, as we saw. They don't know who should finish the game. Is it Middleton? Is it Drew Holiday? Is it Giannis? And I said Giannis last, which is the MVP or someone's MVP. So, I mean, man, it's just crazy what we're going to see in the Eastern Conference with this change. I mean, obviously the Nets before James Harden got there were going to be good. They were probably going to make the Eastern Conference Finals. But now, I mean, it's between them, the Celtics, and then the Bucks, like I said on episode 1. But I don't see how they get beat 7 games. And last night was just an indication of that. They didn't have Kyrie, obviously. And they're going to be more dangerous with him. I mean, he just adds another element that's going to take him to a higher level, in my opinion. So, crazy with that game. Awesome game to watch, though, man. Great basketball. Super good basketball. I'll take that any day of the week. But, man, I love what I'm seeing from the Nets. They look good. Their role players are playing their role. Jeff Green had a good game. DeAndre Jordan had a good game. Joe Harris played well. They still got some pieces to figure out, obviously, outside of those guys. Landry Shamet, Brown. You got some guys that plug and play there pretty much. But I'll take that any night of the week. That was a great game. The Bucks. Drew Holiday came up big at the end. Middleton tried that last 3 right in KD's face. Probably could have got a better shot. I would have liked to seen a better shot from Middleton there. They were only down 2 at that point. Obviously, he tried to take the lead there. And then KD hit that crazy 3 right there after it wasn't really crazy. It was just routine. But, of course, Kevin Durant, it comes up big in the end. And I think you're going to see a lot of that moving forward. There's a reason at the end of the game or after the game, James Harden said, we need to have Kevin be the best Kevin can be. He obviously knows how good he is and expressed that to everyone. Like, I want Kevin to be the best Kevin because I know that'll make us the most successful we can be. So, I mean, James Harden gets it. I know people on my TikTok were trying to argue that James Harden's a better scorer than Kevin Durant. Please stop that. James Harden is not a better scorer than Kevin Durant. James Harden can score from all levels with a variety of different shots at a lot higher percentage than James Harden can. And if I said James Harden, I meant Kevin Durant. So, you know what I mean? Kevin Durant's a better scorer than James Harden. I'll just say it. Like, he's more efficient, can score from more places, and is just a little bit better. I know he averaged, obviously, 35 for the Rockets, but if KD was on his own team, he would do that too, shooting a ton of volume shots and not a very good percentage, but he's more efficient than that. I mean, he's a 50, 40, 90 guy almost every year. Very close. I think he's done it in the past, but so he's stellar, man. Moving on to the Golden State Warriors versus the Lakers. If you're a Lakers fan, obviously don't panic, man. It's January. That game means nothing. If you're a Laker player, I mean, those losses are good. It's like the stock market. A pullback is good, man. A pullback or a loss is just room for opportunity to win. It helps you win. That's how you learn to win, and that's how you take your lumps, and then you win bigger. So, I mean, if you're a champion, if you're a winner, you know those losses got to come. Last night, they just simply didn't play that great. Obviously, they had a big lead. They gave up. They were up 17, 19, a couple different times in the game. Blew the lead. But the Warriors shot it really well in the third quarter. Andrew Wiggins hit 3. Eric Pascal played really good. Oubre had 23 points. Now, obviously, didn't shoot the 3 great once again, but Wiggins shot it really well, and they got a lot of contributions from their guys. I mean, right here, this is what I'm going to tell you about the Warriors. If they had Klay Thompson healthy, the Warriors and the Lakers would be a lock for the Western Conference Final. I don't care what you say. They got a lot of good pieces. The Warriors got a lot of good pieces. I haven't even said James Wiseman, and he's just scratching the surface. James Wiseman would have been the number 1 pick in the NBA draft if he played a full season at Memphis. Guaranteed, stamp it. Man, he would have. The T-Wolves would have got rid of Towns probably. They would have made some type of crazy play, but he would have gone number 1 because he's got it all, man. He can shoot, super athletic. He's just raw. He's got to figure out how to play the game, how to play the Warrior style of basketball. Once he figures it out, watch out for the Warriors once again. They're still going to be a good team this year. Big win for them. Really good comeback win for them. So the Warriors are still fun to watch. Love watching Steph. Didn't shoot it particularly well last night. 8 for 22. Not a great game by his standards, but 26 points. And I'll watch Steph play. I don't care how many misses he has. Still fun to watch. The pressure he puts on the defense, the attention he draws, just the way he moves on offense. It's awesome to watch, man. Not a lot of guys run around on offense and set back screens and know how to get open like he does as a small guard, and I'll watch that any day of the week. So if you want to learn from a small guard and if you can shoot the ball pretty well, watch Steph Curry. He gets himself open by little things. Now he's handling the ball more this year because obvious reasons. Doesn't have Klay Thompson, doesn't have Kevin Durant. So it's more like the Warriors of old. So we're going to see some big games from Steph this year. Don't be surprised if we get a few 60-point games from Steph. Definitely another 50 in the near future. But he'll get up to that 60 level, I think, again this year. So Steph's going to go bonkers. There's going to be those nights where he's just on. Last night definitely wasn't one of them, but I will watch that all day. LeBron, 6 of 16. Anthony Davis, 6 of 16. Anthony Davis, I mean, a little surprised he was 6 of 16. Thought he would attack the rim a little bit more. 17 boards, that's kind of expected with the Warriors lineup. Obviously, they're a little bit smaller team, or they run out a little bit smaller lineup. James Wiseman only played 13 minutes last night, but his minutes are going to go up once he figures some things out and once they really get him integrated into his role with the team. So, great games to watch. Don't have many great games to watch tonight. Only 2 games tonight, but again, I'm going to hop on here every night, or hopefully every night, give you guys some sort of content on what my opinions are for the games or different breakdowns. And I think episode 3, we're going to be talking about the NBA rookies. Obviously, you know how I feel about James Wiseman a little bit, but we're getting some really good rookies into the league, and I want to give my top 5 rookies in the NBA this season. So tune in for that. if you like the show, if you like the channel, man, subscribe, give me a like, give me a comment, shout out on TikTok. I don't care, man. I'm looking for you guys to give me some ideas on what to talk about because, as I said, I'm trying to do this each and every night, and I appreciate the feedback, the comments. Even if you don't like, ooh, let me know, but I appreciate it. Thank you, and we're out.